Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. You know it's worth watching when the prosecutor ends with, I promised you a good time, right? That's what she said, and she delivers. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
I don't know. And maybe the court will hear it, and maybe there's nothing there. I don't know. I haven't heard any evidence. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand.
All right,
I
Ms.
overstand.
All right. Ms. Shager, do you have an opening statement?
No, Your Honor, we'd waive that.
All right. And Mr. Gordon, do you have an opening statement?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I feel that this should be dismissed under several different reasons and causes, but there was no probable cause to stop me. I was just walking down the street, on my way to work, minding my business, not breaking any laws whatsoever, walking down the street, and a police officer pulled in front of me, stopped me, and demanded to know who I was, which is that's not the law. I don't have to tell him who I was. I was doing nothing wrong whatsoever. There is no probable cause for me to be in this courtroom sitting here right now.
Okay. Appreciate that. Ms. Yeager, you may call your first witness.
Thank you. The state will call Officer Wingot.
All right, you may proceed, Ms. Yeager.
Officer, how long have you been employed by the City of Newark Police Department?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. And were you working on September 19th of this year?
Yes.
And what shift or what hours were you working?
First shift, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay. Were you wearing the appropriate uniform like you are in court today?
Yes.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
Have you had all required training and certifications required by Newark Police?
Yes.
Thank you. On that day, did you and other officers respond to a scene in the city of Newark where a gentleman was detained for purposes of determining if he had a warrant?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just to clarify, would that include you, Officer Taylor to my left, Officer Fairfield, and Officer Ellis?
Yes.
Okay. And when a warrant is put into leads for a suspect, what kind of information is input in the system?
It has obviously their name, the last listed address on record, their weight, their height, any tattoos, color of their eyes, hair.
It's basically all the demographics and identifying markers?
Yes.
Okay. So is a photograph of all of these things also input into the system?
Not of the tattoos, but of their face, yes.
Okay. And do they give a description of any tattoos or scars if there are any?
Yes.
Okay. So when you were at the scene trying to help determine if a person had a warrant, were you able to look at the photograph that was in leads for that person?
Yes.
Okay. And does the person who was in that photograph, are they in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And could you please point out where he is seated and describe what he is wearing?
Yes. He's in a blue, we'll go with a jumpsuit.
Thank you. Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identified the defendant.
It will.
Thank you. So while you and the other officers were on the scene, did you ask that gentleman, the defendant, to give you his name and identifying information?
I don't know that I did. Officer Ellis did multiple times, along with Officer Fairfield.
And did the defendant ever give them his name and identifying information?
No.
Okay. And do you recall what maybe like what he was wearing that day?
I believe, yeah, I know a white t-shirt on with some kind of marking on the t-shirt.
And based on your training and experience, if you suspect a person on the street has a warrant, is that a lawful reason to detain them to confirm if they do or do not?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. There's two photographs here. Did you look at those? And who's in these photos?
Timothy Gordon.
Okay. And is this the gentleman that was on the scene on September 19th?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the same person that is the defendant?
Yes.
Nothing further for Officer Wingot at this time.
All right. Mr. Gordon, at this point, you may ask the officer any questions that you have regarding her testimony.
Yes, sir. Did you take a constitutional oath?
Yes.
Can you recite it, please?
No.
Why not?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this point of how that is relevant to any of the events that occurred on September 19th, nor is it relevant to the qualifications or competency of the officer.
I'm going to sustain that objection. Mr. Gordon, I don't know how that,
Because that's if she don't know her oath, then how does she know her job? She,
I don't know that it's required, I mean, she said she cannot, as of, you can't recite your oath that you took
Correct.
word for word, is that what
Correct.
you're
can you
saying?
recite any of it? Like, I mean. it's an
Okay,
oath, you guys
so,
can all
so
take
that,
oaths.
she's answered that question. She
understand.
can't recite it, but it's not relevant whether it needs to be recited or not, is what I would tell you.
Yes, sir. That's all.
No further
No
questions?
further.
Ms. Yeager, any,
No redirect, Your Honor.
redirect? All right, you may step down.
Thank you.
You may call your next witness.
Distinguished Officer Taylor.
You may proceed, Ms. Yeager.
Thank you. Officer Taylor, were you employed by the City of Newark as a law enforcement officer as of September 19th of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you on duty with Officer Fairfield that day?
Yes.
Okay. Did you respond to a scene with Officer Ellis and Officer Wingate as well?
Yes.
Okay. And was that location in the City of Newark in Licking County, Ohio?
Yes.
So, for your job duties that day, did that include responding to calls for service, assisting other officers, and traffic enforcement?
Yes.
Thank you. And did you receive all required training by the department?
Yes.
Were you wearing a marked uniform like you are in court?
Yes.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
Thank you. So when you responded to the scene to assist Officers Ellis and Wingate, did they have a person detained?
Yes.
Do you recall what that person was wearing?
Yes, he was in a white shirt and black gym shorts.
Thank you. Your officer may approach the witness.
Yes.
Showing you two photographs marked as plaintiff's exhibits. One, is that the gentleman that you saw on scene that day?
Yes.
And this was the gentleman detained by Officer Ellis?
Yes.
Thank you. So, as you were on scene, were officers trying to identify the gentleman they had?
Yes.
Okay. And did one of the officers ask him his name or identifying information?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay. Did he ever provide that?
No.
So in the information that is uploaded into leads regarding identifying markers, did they include tattoos for Timothy Gordon?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to verify any of the tattoos that were described in leads?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall which ones?
Yes.
Which ones were they?
It was the tribal tat on the upper left arm and then the skull on the forearm, as well as the hearts on the right eye.
Okay. And, Your Honor, I'm going to show what's marked as plaintiff's 2. Here are some photographs here. Could you flip through all three of those for me real quick? Okay. And whose tattoos are those?
Timothy Gordon's.
And were these what he was wearing at the scene?
Yes.
And those are the tattoos that were described in leads
Yes.
for the warrant? Okay. Do you see Timothy Gordon in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay, could you please just point out where he's seated and describe what he was wearing, please?
He's right there in a blue jumpsuit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identify the defendant.
It will.
Thank you. Did Mr. Gordon have any possessions on his person when he was detained?
Yes.
Okay. And was that a bag with some things in it?
Yes.
Okay. In that bag was a credit card found to your
Yes.
knowledge? Okay. And Your Honor, I'm showing what's plaintiff's 3. This is a photograph of a credit card. Whose name is on that?
Timothy Gordon.
Thank you. And when this gentleman, was he ultimately transported to the Licking County Jail?
Yes.
Okay. And was he booked in as a John Doe or is he booked in as Timothy Gordon?
Timothy Gordon.
Thank you. Nothing further for Officer Taylor. Thank you.
All right. cross-examination of Officer Taylor?
Was you the officer that pulled up on me when I was walking down the street?
No, it's not.
Do you see him in the courtroom at all?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
You may step down.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to admit plaintiffs' exhibits 1, 2, and 3, and then the state would rest.
All right, thank you. Mr. Gordon, do you have any objection to those exhibits being admitted into evidence?
Yes, because I was illegally searched. I was illegally stopped. So yes, I have objections to.
All right, your objection will be overruled. They'll be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, Mr. Gordon, the state has rested, and you may present whatever evidence you wish to present at this time. And
I can't, Your Honor, because what I like, the person that are, the two officers that arrested me, that pulled up on me is not even in the courtroom. So I can't say what I want to say because they're not even here. I can't prove my case because they're not even here.
what is it that you're trying to prove?
I would like to ask them questions, and they're not even here to ask questions too. And I rest.
Okay. So, let me get this straight. First of all, you don't have any physical evidence you wish to present.
I just wanted
And-
to ask questions to the person that will,
No, I hear what you're saying,
Okay.
and in the absence of those that officer or those officers, you're saying that you're unable to present any
yes,
evidence.
because they're not even here to even ask questions too. And they're the
Okay.
ones that stopped me illegally.
Okay.
I don't feel like
Let
I get a
me-
fair chance.
Let me ask a question. Was there a valid warrant for Mr. Gordon's arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, and that's what he's being held in on for felonies.
Okay. Well, the fact that there was a warrant for your arrest and that you were stopped for that,
But there's
whether
no
the
probable
officers
cause.
hold on,
Sorry.
whether those officers who stopped you are present or not, there was a reason for you to be stopped.
No,
And
there
you
wasn't.
say, I hear what you're saying. But based upon this, what the court has heard, and I'm noting your objections, first of all, is there a closing argument on behalf of the state here, Ms. Yeager?
Your Honor, just briefly, we believe we presented evidence today beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant, while on the streets in the city of Newark, were stopped lawfully by Newark Police Department because the officers recognized him as Timothy Gordon, who had a valid warrant. They asked him for his name, address, and so forth in order to confirm for certain that it was indeed him. When he refused to do so, they were able to verify that through his tattoos to verify he did actually have a valid active warrant. And yet throughout the entirety of the interaction, he failed to disclose his name, address, or date of birth as requested.
All right. Mr. Gordon?
Yes, sir.
Closing argument?
If I would have felt like I would have did something wrong and I stopped for a reason, I would have disclosed my information. I have no reason not to disclose my information. I didn't, like they say, she says I had warrants because they're trying to, because when I got pulled over that day in that bag, I had a firearm, but I'm not a convicted felon. So that's what she's saying, warrants, but I don't have no warrants. I didn't even know I had the one warrant. I didn't have it 3 years ago. Like, I don't understand, like, if I would have known that, you know, if I did nothing wrong, I was just walking down the street. That's all I was doing, was going on my way to work. I was just on my way to work. Wasn't causing no problems, I didn't do anything illegal. I was just walking, and I've had these warrants for multiple years. Like, you know, I don't understand, like, if I'd have known, if I did something wrong, if I felt like I'd done something wrong, I would have disclosed the information. Not a bad person. I take care of my kids at work. I don't do drugs. I just take care of my business. I'm a upstanding citizen. I try to do the best I can do, and I didn't think I did anything wrong. I don't think, because I know that in order for me to disclose who I am, that's violating my rights, because I don't have to give them my information because I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I was just walking to work. I wasn't harming anybody, I wasn't cussing, I wasn't even talking, I was just walking head down the way to work. That's all it was about. I wasn't doing anything wrong. That's why I feel like, that's why I didn't disclose my information. I feel like I didn't have to.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Well, you're wrong about the law, okay? That's, you may think you were doing nothing wrong, and if there is a warrant, if the police have a warrant, they have the right to ask you questions to identify that you are the individual who is subject to that warrant to arrest. Now, you spoke, my turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So they have a reason to ask you questions. You have an obligation under section 2921.29 to give personal information that would either allow them to say you are the person subject to that arrest warrant or you're not. It's real simple. And it's not a violation of your rights for them to do that. So the court is going to find you guilty of this charge. Now, Ms. Yeager, do you have a recommendation on sentencing here?
Yes, Your Honor. In reviewing Mr. Gordon's CCH, it does appear that he does have felony convictions. They are from a while back, but he does have felonies
No, I
on.
do not. I've never been in prison, I've never been,
That's
that's
cool.
a lie, Your Honor. I have no felonies.
Let Ms. Yeager speak, then you'll have the opportunity to speak, Mr.
I have
Gordon.
adjudications as a juvenile.
As I was saying, I'm sorry, Your Honor, that it does appear that they're on the CCH that is provided, that he does have felonies from some time ago. He does have 3 pending felony charges on a case over in common pleas. That was the warrants that he was being picked up on this date. His lack of cooperation with the officers there that we've seen today, and also he was arraigned by Judge Stansberry, and he refused to give his name even then, and said that, you know, he's not part of our corporation, and so on and so forth. So he obviously feels that he is right, everybody else is wrong, and has no remorse, so we would ask for the full 30 days.
That's not true.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor,
Mr. Gordon,
I'm
is
not a
it-
convicted felon, sir.
Okay.
I got trouble when I was a kid at 16
I'm
years
asking
old.
you if you wish to speak, it's not necessary, but you may if you wish, okay?
Yes, I'm not a convicted felon. When I was in court, when I was 16 years old, the judge told me, looked me dead in my eyes and told me, this is not a felony, you're being adjudicated. This is not a felony against your adult record. If you handle your business and get out as an adult, you'll be cleared. I have no felonies, convictions as an adult. I've never been to prison. I've never been, none of that. I'm not a convicted felon. She's wrong about that. I am not a convicted felon. I've done so hard, fought so hard not to become a convicted felon in my lifetime for that reason, so I can protect my home, teach my kids the right way. I am not a convicted felon. She's wrong about that.
Well, I don't know whether she's wrong or not.
I've never been in prison. I've never been convicted of a felony. As an adult, never.
But you will agree with me that on September 19th of this year, you had a warrant out for your arrest.
I didn't know I did though. That's what I'm saying.
That, I don't, whether you knew or not, a lot of times warrants come out without people knowing about them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not trying to argue about it. I'm just saying,
Well-
like, she's making it seem like I knew that I had a warrant, that's why I didn't disclose my information. That's not true. I never ran on this, I didn't know nothing about this warrant. It's like
Okay.
a warrant, it was one warrant for telecommunication. There's one warrant.
Okay.
These other warrants are stemming from this case.
I'll tell you what. Here's what the court's going to do. I'm not going to sentence you to 30 days. I think
It's extreme.
that may be a little too much, but I certainly am going to make it a 15-day jail sentence, and there will be a fine of $75, and the court costs, you'll have time to pay that. You don't have to pay it today. We're not putting you on probation here today because, frankly, I don't know that they want you on probation here, but you have, sounds like you've got another issue you've got to deal with. I hope you deal with it in common police court, and I wish you the best, okay?
Is a delay time served for the 15 days I've been in there?
You haven't been in for 15
Or
days.
13 days I've been in there?
You've been in since the 19th? Is
Yeah,
that
I've been in there
correct?
for almost 2 weeks.
Well, you're almost done.
Yes, sir, thank you, I appreciate it.
Good luck.
Contact the IRS, that's for sure. 39.49.8.
We're still on.
We're still on the record. And
I promised you a good time, right?
you did. Have a good lunch.
Thanks.